Good morning everyone, I hope you're all really well and welcome back to another video. For this week's video I thought I would do a what I wore in a week kind of video. I haven't done one of these for a while and I actually really enjoy doing them, and as you know and as I've mentioned before, it's the kind of video that makes me a little bit more considered about what I wear in the week. I try to be a little bit more adventurous, try to get out of my leggings and joggers a little bit more and try to put some outfits together that make me feel nice. What I've realised recently is, and I know I'm like this every year and I'm sure I've spoken to you about this before as well, as soon as it gets dark and cold I just want to be in comfy clothes, which is absolutely fine, but I do get a little bit lazy with it and I have so many lovely clothes that I need to wear. So I feel like this kind of video, it motivates me to put together outfits that are still comfy and cozy, but that are a little bit more adventurous. But I love clothes and I love putting outfits together, and a lot of it obviously will be handmade. There will be some ready-to-wear stuff in there as well. I'm very open about the fact that I still love to wear ready-to-wear clothes. I love to mix and match me-made clothing with ready-to-wear clothing because, to be honest, I just love clothes and I still love shopping for clothes as well. But what I will say is that making my own clothes has made me much more considered now about the types of garments that I do buy from the shop and the quality of those things. That's another story. Anyway, I say good morning. It's actually afternoon. It is 12:30 and I'm only just having my first cup of tea of the day, so I'm feeling a little bit desperate for tea at the moment. Today we're just having quite a relaxed Saturday, to be honest. I've only just got out of my yoga clothes to get properly dressed. My daughter has a sleepover at one of my best friends and her best friend's houses today, so I'm just gonna drive her up there this afternoon and probably have a cup of tea with my friend. And I was actually hoping to get something cut out today, so we will see whether or not that happens. So let me share with you what I've decided to wear today. I started with my absolute favourite pair of mum jeans. I bought these in the summertime. I really wanted a nice, easy to wear, cropped pair of jeans that weren't tight. I'm so over skinny jeans now. I do wear them on occasion because I think they have a time and a place, but there was a time when I was always in skinny jeans. Skinny jeans and a jumper or a sweatshirt was just my go-to outfit, but now I just cannot wear them every day. I find them so uncomfortable and I love the fact that baggier jeans are coming in. So these baggy jeans are from ASOS. They are by Stradivarius, I think, and then I've just paired those jeans with one of my favourites and most go-to Cocoa tops by Tilly and the Buttons. This is one of my go-to tops for making just a really simple stripy sort of Breton style top, and as you probably know I wear these Cocoa tops a lot. They really are a staple in my wardrobe, as you can see from the front, and I'll put the line drawings in as well. You can make it either as a slash or boat neck top, or you can make it as a dress, and it's so quick and easy to sew. It's a great one for beginners as well. So yeah, you can make it with the simple boat or slash neck top, or you can add this funnel neck top as well. So there are lots of different styles that you can sew this from. So I've actually made this one from a viscose jersey, which is a more drapey style jersey than the pattern actually recommends. So the pattern's just medium weight knit fabric with very little stretch. So the fabric that I've actually used today is quite a drapey fabric and it does have a bit of stretch. So I've got a bit wayward from what the pattern suggests, which I think is fine to do, but I think you just need to be aware of if you change the fabric, it's going to change the look of the garment. So you can probably tell from the top that I'm wearing today that it's much more drapey around the neckline and it hangs and flops over me. The pattern images that Tilly uses are quite structured, so yeah, if you are going to change the fabric you just need to be aware of that. And then on the top of this outfit I have paired one of my coziest hand knit cardigans ever, I think, and this is my Rowan brushed fleece cardigan. I knit this, I can't remember when, last year sometime, and it was one of the quickest and easiest knits I've ever knit. Basically it would be a really good one for beginners, and it's knit from this Rowan brushed fleece yarn, which is, I think this is a blown yarn, I'm not 100% sure, and it's very lovely and warm to wear. So I've just popped that over the top of my Cocoa top. I feel like cardigans like this are really good if you're just popping out in the car and you don't necessarily want to put a big coat on. So that's what I'm wearing today, and when I go out later I'm just gonna pop on my Adidas trainers, which I seem to be wearing with everything at the moment, and I feel like that is a super comfy, super cozy, casual Saturday outfit. Good morning, it's Sunday morning now, and at the moment I'm having a very quiet morning. I'm the only one in the house, which is quite unusual. So this morning so far I thought I would put on something really comfy and cozy just to wear around the house. All I'm doing this morning is just, well, you would have seen, I've done a bit of baking. I've baked my usual banana bread, chocolate and banana bread, because we had some bananas that were going bad, and I don't know what's going on with bananas at the moment but we cannot get any good bananas. They're always like black and bruised and horrible, so these ones turned really quickly, so I thought rather than try and cut all of the black bits out, I would just make them into a cake. So that's some very boring banana chat for you this morning. I have been going to church on a Sunday morning, but I haven't mentioned on here yet, I don't think. I think I mentioned it over on Patreon, but our dog has been a bit poorly again, and he's recently had to go in to have another operation on a lump. He had to have another basically cancerous tumour removed at the base of his tail. We can't really leave him for very long, because, well, the other day I was actually in the house, left him for half an hour, was upstairs and came down, and he'd managed to get his cone off and have a go at his stitches, so that's why we can't leave him too much, basically. So it's been quite tough, really. I think you'll know, if you've got pets as well, you'll know how special they are to you and what a big part of your life they become. I actually really miss walking him, and I'm really bad at walking him. I'm really bad at walking myself, rather, if I don't have him to walk with. So this afternoon I would really like to go out for a walk. I feel like I've gone right off on a tangent now. So this is what I'm wearing at the moment. It's a lounge set that I made using the Jara pattern by Megan Nielsen and the Hudson pants by True Bias. It's sewn from a cashmere backed sweatshirt in fabric, so it's really comfy and really soft to wear. So the Jara sweatshirt pattern is one of my absolute favourite sweatshirt patterns. The Jara has quite a few different options. You can make it as a standard sweatshirt pattern with a crew neck, which is the one that I'm wearing today. Lovely drop shoulder, nice sort of flat sleeve insert, very simple, very quick and easy to make. It also comes with a funnel neck option and a few different hem options as well, so it's a really good sweatshirt pattern to have in your stash, I think. And then the Hudson pants, they're quite a skinny fit jogger pattern. They have a tapered leg, quite a low rise as they are, some nice little pockets at the front, and then they have an elasticated drawstring waist. So a classic jogger pattern really, but I feel as though because they have this nice tapered leg, they're a little bit more dressy, and you feel as though you can wear them out and about more because of that nice tapered leg, or I do anyway. So that's me for now. I will pop on a little bit later and just share with you what I do end up changing into. Once all my house jobs were done, I decided to sit down and do a little bit of knitting. Today is a super dark autumnal day, the kind of day that I actually really love. So I popped on my HD Light by Serious Readers just to give me a little bit more focus on my knitting, and Serious Readers are kindly sponsoring this part of the video. If you haven't heard of Serious Readers, they are a bespoke lighting company that build lighting solutions for crafters like you and me who love to craft into the evening but don't want to be hindered by bad lighting. So for us here in the UK, it gets super dark from around 4:30 p.m. You will have seen yesterday that when I got in from dropping my daughter off, I did a little bit of cutting out. But actually the lighting was so bad, it was already getting dark and foggy at 4:30 p.m. So I actually moved my HD light from the living room into the dining room. I have a floor standing HD light by Serious Readers, and it comes in so handy for when I want to do my close-up work in the evenings, when it's getting dark, my knitting, my crochet, my hand sewing. Recently I had to hand sew the face on my little studio Serum Bear, and this light came in super handy for getting the focus on this close-up embroidery work that I needed to do in the evening. All Serious Readers lights come with a beam width function, a dimmer switch, and something called daylight wavelength technology, which replicates the daylight spectrum as close as is technically possible, and that just helps it to feel as though you're working in daylight, even though it might be dark outside. As well as floor standing lights like mine, Serious Readers offer a really wide range of lights on their website, including desk lamps. I don't know about you, but as I'm getting further into my 40s, I'm finding that my eyesight is going downhill. I'm having to use my glasses so much more for close-up work, and I'm finding things like threading my sewing machine needle and doing hand embroidery in the dark so much more difficult than I used to. And at these times, my Serious Readers light does really come into its own. I've been using it so much recently. Serious Readers are actually offering my viewers £100 off of any HD light on their website using my code Sally24. This code also entitles you to free UK delivery and a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can buy with confidence and return if you're not completely satisfied. Thank you so much to Serious Readers for sponsoring this part of the video. Monday, and I'm popping on for a really quick flying visit to just share what I'm wearing before we head out for the day. It's been one of those mornings again where the time has just gone and I don't know where it's gone. Basically, I've been doing bits and pieces around the house, and before I knew it, it was going to lunchtime, and the children are still off school today. They have a training day or an inset day, whatever you call it. So they're still off today, so we are actually going to head out and go shopping for the afternoon. Shopping with a teenager and a preteen might be interesting. We haven't been shopping together like that for quite a while, so I'm actually really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to spending time with both of them, and we will see what we get. So what I'm wearing today is, I thought I would try out my cream denim Dawn jeans by Megan Nielsen. These Dawn jeans, I've made 2 pairs of these this year and I absolutely love them. I was really lucky with the fit. I didn't have to change too much at all, just a slight change at the waistline. This is such a great pattern for jeans in my opinion, because there are so many different styles that you can make. So you can make a straight leg version, you can make a full length wide leg version, you can make a cropped wide leg version. So I've only made the cropped wide leg jeans so far because really I wanted my 2 pairs to be for sort of spring, summertime. But crop leg jeans are actually really in fashion at the moment, and they seem to be worn quite a lot into winter time with boots underneath. And I haven't worn these cream jeans out of the house yet, which I think I mentioned over on Instagram. The reason for that is just because I felt a little bit funny about the zip fly in them. So I really do need to wear these, and I actually really like how cream jeans are being worn in winter time, styled with knits and boots and things like that. So I thought I would get them out today. So I'm wearing my cream version today with a cream top, so I'm very tonal today, which apparently is how you're supposed to do things this season. I've not tried it yet, but there you go. But on top of this fully cream outfit, I'm actually going to wear my newest wool Ilford jacket, which is in this lovely charcoal grey colour. So I'm going to wear that over the top, and then for my footwear I'm going to wear my black chunky boots. So footwear is another thing that was confusing me a little bit about wearing these cream jeans into the winter, because in the summertime I would wear them with sandals or flat brown loafers or ballet pumps or something, but for the winter I didn't really have any boots that I thought would go. And then I saw someone on Instagram wearing a cream pair of jeans similar to these with some black boots, and it actually looked quite nice. So I thought I'm actually going to try that, and hopefully the black boots will sort of tie in with the black Ilford. The Ilford jacket pattern, I'll just mention it briefly, but I'm sure you've heard me talk about it before. It's one of my favourite ever jacket patterns. Lovely boxy, square cut straight jacket, and there are lots of different options with that as well, and for me it's just so hackable. You can do so much with it, and yeah, I have about 4 different versions of this so far, and this wool version is my latest one. It's fully lined, which I love, and it just feels that little bit warmer and cozier for autumn and winter time. So I'm looking forward to testing out that today as well, because it will be the first time that I've worn that out of the house too. This top, by the way, I'll just mention, is from H&M. I haven't made this. I love these long sleeve t-shirts from H&M. I've got about 3 or 4 of these now, and they're just great for going underneath things. So I do feel a little bit as though this is quite clingy worn on its own, but underneath a jacket or a shirt or a cardigan or something, it just works really nicely. And obviously going into the colder weather, they're really good for wearing underneath jumpers and things as well to keep you even more warm. So on our shopping trip today, I am actually going to be looking out for another couple of colours of this top to add to my collection, because I just find them so useful. And I'm also this time going to make sure that I take my colour chart out with me, because I've been really bad at forgetting to do that. So I'm going to take that with me as well, and I will catch up with you either a bit later today or tomorrow to show you what I bought.
Talk to me nice, talk to me honestly. Look in my eyes, don't let it fall on me.
Please excuse the mess behind me. I'm just in the middle of working on something very exciting, but I just stopped to make a cup of tea and realised I hadn't popped on yet this morning to share with you what I'm wearing. So I thought I would quickly do that now. So this morning I am in the middle of working on something for Patreon. We are going to be doing a Christmas stocking tutorial, or I am going to be putting out a Christmas stocking tutorial over there, and I'm currently in the throes of trying to work out how to get this, which is my Christmas stocking pattern that I used to use when I made my Christmas stockings to sell over on Etsy. I'm trying to work out how to piece that into a PDF pattern. So it's taking all of my brain power this morning, and I really want to get it out as soon as possible in November so that we have lots of time to get making these stockings. I really like getting involved in these kind of things, and it's really quite interesting to learn something new and have to think a little bit more about something that I wouldn't necessarily be normally doing. Anyway, I haven't actually shared with you what I'm wearing today. So today, because I thought I might be filming some video tutorial, I've popped on something that I think is reasonably smart, and I'm wearing one of my Ogden camis underneath a Whitmore cardigan. So this is a hand knitted cardigan. I'm always a little bit unsure as to how much to share these patterns on my channel when I do share them with you, because I know that if you are a regular, you've probably heard me talk about these patterns a lot, but the Ogden cami is one that I make time and again, and I just think is such a wardrobe staple. It's a really simple cami pattern. It's got a slight A-line shape, it's got a facing inside as well, and it's got some quite thin straps to it. For me, I generally find it a really nice top to have to wear underneath things, so I don't necessarily wear these Ogden camis on their own. I find them slightly revealing for me, but that's just me. But I do think they look really pretty underneath cardigans and shirts. So I love to make them in lots of pretty viscoses. I've got about 5 actually, different ones that I tend to rotate to wear underneath cardigans. This one is actually sewn from a polyester crepe. This isn't the most luxurious fabric actually. I think I picked it up from John Lewis in the sale a couple of years ago, and I think it was only around £2 or £3 a metre. So I just snapped it up and thought actually that would do for another Ogden cami because of this nice neutral colour. It just goes underneath everything really well. And even though I'm not the biggest fan of polyester, I have to say it is quite handy because this one doesn't crease at all. I have some really lovely viscose Dobby Ogden camis, and they do really crease really easily, so I do feel as though I need to iron them before I'm going to wear them, but this one I just pulled out of the wardrobe this morning and it was fine to just throw on. And then on top I've just got my Whitmore cardigan by Taylor S Studio, and this one is knit in Rowan Kid Classic. So this is one of my warmer Whitmore cardigans. Bit of a gamble this one. I just went up a needle size with this because it's knit with a thicker yarn than is recommended. And I'm really pleased with how it turned out. It is a little bit more oversized than my other Whitmores, but I actually really like that. So I'm going to get on with this stocking tutorial as far as I can this morning, and then a bit later on I'm going to try and go to the gym. I don't know if I will get there or not, but I haven't been to the gym for so long, and I was doing so well with it from the new year. I've actually been a member of a gym for nearly a year now, and I was going really pretty regularly, but since the summer holidays I just haven't managed to get back into a routine. And I was going early morning straight from school run, but I was kind of finding that that's not really working for me very well anymore, because I feel like when I have done the school run, I just want to come home and get on with work. I feel like when I go to the gym, I then have to come home and get ready, have a shower, put makeup on and all that kind of stuff, and before I know it the morning is pretty much gone. So I feel as though I need to make a new gym time. The trouble is with me sometimes with exercise is if I don't do it first thing in the morning, it just doesn't get done because everything else overtakes it. I'm sure you know the feeling. And funnily enough, it's also our dog's birthday today, so I really wanted to, because he's had such a hard time with his operation and everything, I really wanted to pop out and get him a couple of presents. So I'm going to drink my tea, get on with a little bit more work, and then I'll maybe catch up with you later.
You a good guy, make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it, I wanna see it. See how rewind, when we rewind, feels so nice. We time, you I know how to make me feel right. I can't help how that this sweet talk. I'm already on my way. I'm pulling up, don't be late. I'm cutting through all the lanes. Sweet talk. You need to say let's convey. No need for no flowers, babe. I'm already on my way.
Wednesday, and I'm here with another outfit to share with you. So today I am wearing an outfit that I'm not 100% sure on actually, so I'd really like your opinions on it. Let me know what you think. Today am wearing one of my Logan jackets by Style Arc. Again, you'll know that this is one of my favourite and probably most used patterns. I've talked about it a lot on this channel, and I've made quite a few different versions. The Logan jacket is an oversized style, sort of more of an outerwear shirt actually. It's more jacket-like than shirt-like. However, I have made a few different versions that I wear just casually as shirts. So it has quite a lot of the features of a regular shirt in that it does have a collar on a stand, a back yoke, but then the button band is just turned under and stitched in place, and the sleeves are straight, so I think it is a little bit more easy to sew than like a proper tailored shirt. So I think it's quite a good one if you're a beginner to shirt making. So for me, it was one of the first shirts I ever made, and I found it quite nice and easy to sew. I'm wearing that underneath my pullover today from Marks and Spencer. So this is a ready to wear pullover. I've got a pair of leggings on the bottom, and I always feel like leggings outfits, they never quite feel right until you've got everything else on with them. So when I'm just at home in my leggings and socks, I feel a little bit as though this outfit doesn't work. But when I put my boots on and my coat to go outside, it kind of pulls the whole thing together a little bit more, and it feels more of an outfit, if you know what I mean. Let me know if you know what I mean. Am I just rambling on about nothing? The only thing I would say about this shirt is that because it is more of a jacket, because it's quite oversized, that works really well for me in the warmer weather when I'm just wearing it over a t-shirt or like an Ogden cami or something. But when you're trying to fit it under a jumper or a pullover like this, it does feel quite bulky. I'm also wearing my hair up today, which feels a little bit unusual for me, but I'm finding at the moment I'm trying to grow my hair a little bit, and it's at that awkward stage at the moment where it's kind of catching on everything. So wearing this collar, I feel like my hair is such an awkward length that I just feel like it's brushing on the collar all the time, and it was annoying me. So I need to just get past that awkward stage and let it grow a little bit longer. So today I am filming a tutorial, and in about an hour or so I'm going to get my nails done. So there will be a slight interruption to the filming today, but I desperately need to get my nails done. I'm really looking forward to that. I started editing this video last night and realised how long everything was getting. So I feel like maybe I need to cut the waffle down slightly. I'll do my best with that, but I'll see you later. was editing this video that I don't know how to start each clip without telling you what the day is. It's really weird. I feel like I have to say it's Thursday now, hello, it's Wednesday now, it's Friday now. Anyway, I've had a busy morning so far. I've been doing more filming, and it kind of struck me actually that I'm not having the most exciting week in terms of going out and about. So maybe I should have picked a better week where I was doing more things out of the house. Maybe if I'm having an exciting week at any point, I will film another one of these kind of videos to show you what I wear when I do go out more, which isn't very much, to be honest. Today I am wearing a super warm, cozy outfit. This is a little bit of a sneak peek actually, because you will have seen me cutting out this top, the top that I'm wearing underneath this jumper earlier in the video. So I actually got this top cut out and sewn on Saturday evening. It's just a simple Agnes top by Tilly and the Buttons. I'll put an image in here because I really don't want to take my jumper off. I'm so cozy and warm, but from the image you can see how it's turned out. So why I wanted to make this really was, again, just to put under things. I'm someone that gets very, very cold in the winter. I really do feel the cold. So wearing a long sleeve t-shirt under things really just gives me that extra bit of warmth. And today I've just popped it on with my black Tyra trousers by Plow & Patterns. You will have seen these a lot. I wear these a lot actually, and I've been pairing them quite a lot recently with trainers, and I really like that look, and it's so comfortable. And then on top of that, I've just put this ready to wear sweater from H&M. I really do love this jumper sweater. I picked it up in H&M, and it was just one of those things that I brought really quickly, popped in there, thought, oh, I like the colour of that jumper, brought it. And I've worn it so much ever since because I just love this colour so much. It goes with so many things in my wardrobe, and it's just one of my colours. And I thought it paired really nicely with the stripes in this jersey. So what I've done is just pull up my sleeves a little bit so that you can see the sort of flash of the stripy fabric underneath. So let me just tell you a little bit more about the patterns. I realised I've waffled a little bit there and not actually shared the patterns with you, but if you are a regular to my channel, you will have seen them quite a lot already. So the Agnes t-shirt is one of my go-to t-shirt patterns, again by Tilly and the Buttons, similar to the Cocoa pattern that I shared earlier in the video. This is my go-to t-shirt pattern for a more fitted t-shirt. I've made lots of short sleeve versions of the Agnes t-shirt, but I realised that I'd never actually made a long sleeve version, so that was quite new to me. So what I will say about this top is that it is really fitted. It's very clingy, and obviously the style of it is supposed to be like that, but just bear that in mind if you are making this. So what I do when I sew up this Agnes t-shirt is to take a minimal seam allowance. So for me, I can kind of just benefit from that extra room in the seam allowances. So this Agnes t-shirt is sewn from a lovely soft cotton jersey from Higgs and Higgs. I picked it up from the Knitting and Stitching show, and I think I originally said I was going to make another Cocoa top from it, but then when I came to think about what I need in my wardrobe for autumn and winter, I thought the scoop neckline would actually be more beneficial to me. So if you've got a scoop neckline, then you've just got that sort of space underneath whatever you're wearing on top. And I also think scoop necklines look really nice under cardigans as well, because you've got that little sort of show of skin, but you haven't got too much on show. And then my Tyra trousers, I've mentioned these lots of times before. They are a simple elasticated waist pair of trousers. They have some lovely slant pockets in the front. In the pattern, the waist is fully elasticated, but I've actually adapted these slightly just to make it with a flat fronted waistband, and I feel as though that's just a little bit more flattering. I do sort of fiddle around with these a little bit when I've got them on, just to spread out the elastic so that more of the gathering is at the back, and they just look a little bit more fitted that way. And then I've just kind of tucked the front of my jumper in the front of my trousers to do that kind of half tuck thing. On top, when I pop out in a minute, I think what I'm going to wear is my trench coat again. I did try this on with my trench coat and my denim jacket, and I feel like the trench coat was much more comfortable to wear. And actually, I really like the look of the trench coat with wide leg trousers or jeans and trainers. I think it looks really nice, so I'm going to go with that when I pop out in a minute. So what I'm going to do this afternoon is actually pop out to Starbucks, I think, because I have a ton of editing to do. And what I want to do this afternoon is actually plan my Instagram content a little bit, because I feel as though I've got so behind with Instagram. I feel like I want to post, but I don't really know what to post. So I tend to have a little bit of a plan in mind of what I'm going to post each day and try and make it relevant and try and have some video footage and stuff lined up that I can use. Just another little plug for my Patreon, by the way. I feel like I don't want to keep mentioning this on YouTube, but while it's new, I'll just mention it again. Over on Patreon, what I'm doing is, as part of the Patreon membership, you receive an exclusive bonus video each month, and at the moment they are going to be longer length, more chatty, if you can get any more chatty, vloggy style videos where I'm generally going to be sewing something new up and also covering a topic, so something that I've had questions about in the past. And for this month in November, I'm going to be sewing up something new and also talking a little bit more about Instagram and social media. So how I plan for social media, how I do my photography, the apps and things that I use to help me out with photography and with planning, and the highs and lows of having an Instagram account and all that kind of stuff. So if that is something that you're interested in, do pop over to Patreon and see if it's something that you would like to join. Anyway, I'll stop chatting now and go and get on with a bit more work, and I will catch up with you tomorrow.
Make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it. I wanna see it. See how. Rewind. When we rewind, feels so nice. We time.
Now we've made it to the end of the week. So just popping on before I go out for the day to share with you what I'm wearing. So today's what I'm wearing is actually a bit of a sneak peek. This is my finished Ludum sweater, and it's knit from the softest, warmest yarn ever. So I'm wondering if I'm going to actually be quite hot in this today, but I really wanted to wear it and test it out and show you and just see how I felt in it. So I've struggled a little bit this morning with how to style this actually, and you'll see in a minute from the little clips I'm going to put in. I started off with my skinny jeans and this jumper, and I kind of tucked it in, and going along with what I said earlier in the video about how I feel in skinny jeans, I just wasn't really that comfortable in that outfit, and I felt as though it was going to look better with lighter blue jeans. So I went and changed into my mom jeans, and I really like this colour combination better, and I feel much better in these baggier jeans. So if it was a super cold day, I would probably pair this with like a long sleeve top underneath. So the Ludum sweater pattern is a really simple knitting pattern. It's a beginner knitting pattern, I would say. It's very simple, there's hardly any shaping in it, and the sleeves are just rectangles, and you can probably see from the sleeves that the cuffs are actually really wide. So these are literally knit as a rectangle on the same needles. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about these sleeves actually. I didn't know if they were going to annoy me because they are quite wide. I accidentally knit the sleeves too long, so I think I did about 3 centimeters longer than the pattern recommended, and I'm actually really glad that I did that, because otherwise these sleeves would have been quite short, and I think with the big wide cuff it would have just felt a little bit odd on me. I haven't blocked this actually yet. I wasn't quite sure about blocking. I was a little bit scared of soaking it, to be honest. It does say that you can hand wash it obviously, but I was scared of soaking it. I was really worried that if I soaked it, it was going to really stretch out and be absolutely huge. And then in terms of jacket, when I just go out in a little while, I'm going to put on this, let me move my tea out the way, this Ilford hack, which I absolutely love. I'm so pleased with how this turned out. So this is another Ilford jacket hack. This was completely inspired by a high street jacket that I've seen. So I've just basically used the Ilford pattern to hack it into this more simple style. I've removed the collar, fully lined it, bias bound all of the edges, and just rounded off the sides as well. It's such a lovely boxy oversized jacket, and it's a really good one for just throwing on if you're just popping out in the car like I am today. So if you are interested in the making process of this jacket, to see how I hacked the pattern, the alterations I needed to make, as well as the ups and downs of the whole making process, you can watch it over on Patreon. So that brings me to the end of my outfits for the week, and I think I'm going to leave the video here so that I have enough time to get it all edited and everything ready to go up over the weekend. Thank you so much for joining me on this week of outfits. I've really enjoyed it actually. It's been lovely popping on to chat to you every single day, and it's definitely made me think more carefully about what I have been wearing in the day. And something that I've really noticed is that I definitely feel better about myself if I'm wearing something nice. It sounds obvious really, doesn't it? But if I actually get dressed in some of my nicer clothes, even if I might be around the house or not really be doing much, it definitely has an effect on my mental health, and it makes me more productive as well, I think, and more willing to go out and about and get on with things. So if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would really love you to consider subscribing, and if you have enjoyed this video, please do give it a like as well. You can of course follow me over on Instagram if you want to for more day-to-day photos and videos and behind the scenes. And as I mentioned, I also have a Patreon where I share exclusive videos, tips, tutorials, photos and behind the scenes and things as well, so I'll link that down below too. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining me again this week, everyone. I'm so grateful to have you here. Have a great week, and I'll look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.